So last time I compared the Kirk-era Enterprise versus the Millennium Falcon. And you can probably tell how that worked out. So for this match, I wanted to switch the size advantage, if nothing else, and go for Kirk's Enterprise versus a Star Destroyer. I can go into some cool math and geometry stuff later on, but I think we just want me to go to the fight, right?
3, 2, 1, fight!
So why did the Enterprise win? First, what everybody looks at: speed, shields, and firepower. Speed is the easiest to figure out. In Episode 4, Han Solo says that the Millennium Falcon will do 0.5 past light speed, meaning 1.5 times the speed of light. The Falcon repeatedly outruns the Star Destroyer, so the Star Destroyer is slower than that. And its maneuverability is closer to an aircraft carrier than anything else. The Enterprise's top speed is over 500 times the speed of light, which is, fast enough to travel through space and actually get somewhere. If you want the full explanation of speed, just look at my last video, or just assume I'm right. So we're figuring out speed was no problem. Shields and armor is going to be a little bit more complicated. The main difference is that the Enterprise has EM shields, really just a big force field bubble that covers the whole ship. It's an interesting idea because it can actually block an impact without actually getting hit. The real-world example of this is a magnetic spring in industrial equipment. The Destroyer, by contrast, just has plate armor, like a big tank. It takes a hit, it gets hit. But I think the difference is best summed up by the fact that this situation is doable but difficult, but this is a game ender. Now it's time for everyone's favorite, firepower. But I'm also going to add tactic to that because it's important. The Enterprise has two main weapons. It has the phasers and the photon torpedoes. The Destroyer has blasters, which, as far as I can tell, are cannons that shoot superheated plasma. The phasers and torpedoes are more powerful than the individual blasters, but there's something here to consider. There are 105 blasters on the Star Destroyer. Who knew? That much abuse, getting 105 blasts on those shields is going to drain the power very quickly, shifting the fight back into the Destroyer's favor. But the thing about the Star Destroyer's pyramid shape is that it's nothing but blind spots. If the Enterprise stays closer than one boat length away, then the Destroyer can only use 25% of its guns. But this is only relevant if Captain Kirk would have thought of it. Well, the concept of finding and exploiting blind spots on another ship is called crossing the T, and navies have been using it since the 1500s, really ever since there have been cannons on boats. So if this idea has been used for the last 500 years, it is logical that ship captains would be using it 300 years from now. But then there's the ultimate blind spot, right behind them, where there are no guns. There's no guns there, there's no way to point guns at them. They literally just have to get in that position and maintain it. Because the Star Destroyer is too slow and big and bulky to maneuver or evade, and there's no way for them to run away, the Enterprise can literally just shoot at them until the job's done. So that's why the Enterprise beats the Star Destroyer. I await all your abusive messages, and I'll see you in hell.